Guys, this fight between Sowore and Wike is not ending anytime soon. Sowore has revealed why he chose to drag Wike to the US and why he called Tinubu is a criminal. Make una just watch this video. Omo, Sowore stubborn Ugan.
The crime was committed in the US. The US is very strong on money laundering, and that lied on TV that he didn't have any property in the US. That the only property he had was the property that was donated to his wife by the wife's father or mother. I don't know which work they did or they were doing, but in investigating further, we found out there were 4 properties in the name of the wife. If they cannot do anything, the people of Nigeria will do something about it. Yes, sir. Because it's our resources. This is an international matter.
Are you saying you are contesting? Are you declaring that you are contesting?
It's not about. I have always told you that my participation in the political space in Nigeria has nothing to do with election calendars. Those ones are verified and article and the rest of them. They're the ones who come every 4 years from Dubai or wherever they're hiding. I fight every day. You know, I'm trying to court every day. I think this is my second case. I mean, court appearance. The first one was my own. The second one is to ensure that some police officers who used to beat me up, they are on trial. We want to come and ensure that they get me on trial. Actually, we came here today at the FCC. Bernard Igwe, who was the one who was beating people up and shooting people during Embra's governance, is retired. On trumped up charges. He's facing charges today, but because we are people of justice, we want to make sure that they get fair hearing. That's why we came here today.
Alright, sir. Yes. Would you say that your confrontational style has limited your ability to lead coalition? Because if you now say you would even want to lead Nigeria, with the kind of structure we have in place now, how feasible is that at the moment?
You see, you people are always looking at the coalition of criminals. We are looking at the coalition of the oppressed. You understand? The coalition you are talking about are the people who put Nigeria where it is today. If Nigerians want to continue with this coalition of thieves, it's their choice. That's democracy. But I cannot, in good conscience, go and join the coalition of people who were the ones who killed 300 Shiites and buried them alive in Zaria. The Buhari people, the Attorney General to Buhari is in that coalition. What is the Malami? El-Rufai, who was helping to kill Southern Kaduna people, who was the one who done the mass grazing which the Shiites were buried. You want me in a coalition with them? I mean, are we serious in this country anymore? So, if the coalition helps you, good luck. But I cannot be part of the coalition of people who have failed and failed, even in school. We do not, even as bad as the education system is, we do not promote people who fail.
Okay, sir. So these are one of the questions we got from our comment section. That you often criticize using power, but in giving real power, what are the top 3 concrete reforms you would immediately implement?
You know, people ask me all these questions all the time. I answer them. They pretend that they are not here. That's what they do. I have spoken about all the reforms that will take place from day one. I even have an acronym known as SPICER HIT. That's focused on security, power, infrastructure, fight against corruption, and economic revival, restructuring of the country. Healthcare, we are going to do something about education, agriculture, technology, and technology. SPICER HIT. And we'll do all of that at once. But just so that they know again, my number 1 priority will be the power sector. Because there can never be an industrial revolution in this country. We can't end poverty without turning on electricity. And we know the people who turn them off. They are your coalition.
APC in River State have called that federal government should come hard on you. Yeah. What is your responsibility?
The APC in River State that you mentioned is engaging in terrorism because they were accused of terrorism by Canadian courts. Yes, it is a terrorist organization. The person who issued that statement, let him go to Canada. He will be arrested and tried for terrorism. But even domestically, this so-called APC you mentioned, they are conducting what they call contempt of court. The court, I have a court judgment that says they are not the APC in River State. It's not my job to determine who the APC in River State or even at national level. So, but let them go to Canada.
Yes. Senator Natasha has resumed, but unofficially. Yeah. With the drama that played out between her and Fabio and what we have at the moment, what does this mean for, especially now that we know women in politics are not even actively participating based on the perceived suppression in the system?
You know, this question was asked of me by you when it started, and I predicted that it would drag on until they do their wish in 6 months. Except all of us join hands together and fight the system. Natasha is my friend, but Natasha was one of the persons who said we don't need a revolution in 2019. You get my point. But till tomorrow, I support her, and I've given her all the best support that I can. But the struggle that I find are struggles that are at the top, the ones that can bring about revolutionary change, not the ones that can bring about reform. So that is why anybody that asks me to join the Senate, you point Natasha to them. You know, but I'm not on that level. We need Nigerian women to be represented as many of them as they have their percentage in population. So there are 51% of our women voting in election. There should be 51% of women in the Senate. I don't see why women don't vote for a candidate to win the presidency. They have the numbers. Yes, they just need to convince their husbands and their friends. Yes, whomever they know, they will win. they have the numbers. But women have to stop also playing second fiddle to men. Stop being the one that they put their party clothes on. You are the ones who stand at their rally. You are the one who sweep the place when they are gone. You have to accept that you are equal to men.
Yes.
You know, and by doing so, you also have to confront the religious system that always say that somebody took somebody's rib. And nobody took anybody's rib to be a woman. That's a lie. It's not true that somebody's rib, you know, if they took somebody's rib from somebody, men will be stronger than women. Women are stronger than men. That's the truth. Yes.
Alright, sir,
They even live longer than men, by the way, scientifically. So, as I always tell women, if you are going to live long, why don't you take charge of the environment you are going to live in? Because most of us are going to die before some of you.
Alright, sir. Tinubu is a criminal. Has caused a lot of controversy between you and the APC. And some are saying you have no right to declare that some because you are not in the court of law to say somebody is a criminal. Until proven as guilty, you cannot. And that is the reason why the Nigerian government is going ahead to fight this with you. So what would you say if somebody, for example, accuses Showore and says Showore is a criminal? What does this say to you?
You know what I'll tell you? Of all the people that are complaining about this, my colleague Tinubu criminal, Tinubu himself has never complained. Till tomorrow. And he has spoken to the media since then. He has traveled abroad. He has a TV station. He has several radio stations. He has a newspaper, The Nation. He has never complained. Like, why is everybody, you know what the Yorubas call Boromi Deleru? The man who was called a criminal has not complained. The rest of you are saying, why do you call? So let the man come out. And that's what I told the DSS as well. You have no right to take me to court on his behalf. He's here in Nigeria. Let us go to court.
Yes, decision is personal.
And if you come to court on his behalf, don't come and tell me that he cannot enter the door, that he has immunity. Because he's my number one witness. All right. And that's why the man is not complaining.